experience teaches you something.
Absolutely.
And does your success teach you something? Of course it does. But in my case, I think my failures teach me a lot more. I'm still learning so much more because every film, everything else I knew I had to learn. The language included. Even today. Yeah, I think you want to keep adding layers to yourself, to your life, to your career. I don't view them as two separate careers anyway. I think that's the biggest mistake people make. I look at it as one long journey with different things that will be thrown at you, different challenges, and how do you make them your own? And you know, I see that people from China, people from Australia, people from England, everyone's done it so successfully. I mean, of course, everyone's choices are individual, and you know, I'm sure different actors have different ways of how they want to maneuver their career and what they want to do with their lives and with their careers. And it's also a huge time commitment. You know, it's not just about being in the movie, it's also it's a huge commitment. But I was willing to go through that. You know, I was willing to make that commitment. I was willing to tread this path and experience this journey. I don't want to regret anything in life ever, you know. 8 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line. I don't want to be like, the opportunity came and I wish I did. You know, at least now I know I did. And if it works, great. If not, you know, at least I know I tried. Things will always not go your way. There will be times where things will be difficult. There'll be times when you wanted things to be a certain way and they don't go that way. But I think through the years, I think the one thing that I've learned is to be patient and to really believe in yourself. I mean, you can have, you know, amazing people around you telling you different things. Some people really believe in your vision and some people won't. Some people will also discourage you and say, you know what, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to wait? Are you know, why don't you try something else or do something else? I think it's important to be, I mean, at least I fortunately had a lot of clarity about what I wanted to do with my life and for myself. And, you know, I've been very patient through all of it. And I'm not someone, I don't give up easily.
You just keep the faith.
Yeah, I keep the faith. I'd never give up. The minute you tell me that I can't do something, I work that much harder to prove, not to people, but to myself, that I can do it. It can be anything. But I do not want my career to be like anyone else's but my own. Because it's a very, very personal thing, and something that I like, somebody else may not like. So it cannot be, even if I want it to be, it cannot be. And I want to be remembered for my own individual sense of everything, whether it's style, whether it's films, whether it's career graph, whether it's you know, values that you stick by. It has to be your own. So I always feel like there's always a right time for everything, and I think that this was just the right time for it to happen. And it was the right kind of challenge, and in a right way. I mean, of course, the character is exciting, but I've never done this kind of. I've done an action film before, but I've not done this kind of action before. So every film has its own challenges. But overall, I think there is a perception that the film industry is all glamorous and it's easy and it's you know, I think a lot of people feel like people in the industry are very privileged. But that's not true. There's a lot of hard work and commitment and dedication and sacrifices that go into being who we are or achieving what we do. It's very easy to, you know, buy a ticket and sit in a theater and watch a movie for 2.5 hours and be entertained or not, and that's totally fair. But there's a lot of hard work that goes into making that possible, which I think only people who are related in the film industry in some way will know the full extent of that. I do what I do what I love. The money happens to come. It means nothing, you know, and I know so many people, and my own experiences, you can have everything in the world, but if you're not happy, you can do nothing with it, and it really means nothing. So for me, if it's there, it's there. If it's not there, it's not there. It doesn't matter. For me, quality time with my family, going on family vacations, spending quality time with them at home, cooking a meal in my kitchen, spending time with my friends, being creatively satisfied with a film or with a part, being challenged in that sense, going up on stage, receiving a Filmfare award. These are the things that I really, really value. This makes absolutely no difference. I want that hunger, I want that motivation to keep me going. I really don't know what success means to me, but I think for me, to be truly successful is to be at peace with myself and to be happy with every day. I think depression has taught me that. Depression has taught me how fragile my life is, or how fragile our lives are, and it's made me value people and emotions and feelings, and so for me it's not the material things, it's not the numbers, it's not because there's always more. You can be number one and then you'll still want to keep going at that, or you can be you can have X amount of money and there's no end to that. So as far as material things are concerned, I think there's no end to it. You'll just people want more and more and more, and that's human nature. But to be truly at peace with yourself and to be that is success for me.